Nationers, YouTube has been around for nearly 20 years by now, and every so often, YouTube will release a massive update. And I don't mean an update within the algorithm, I mean an update within its UI, the way that it looks. Today, we're going to be reacting to a video by Juxtaposed, where they redesigned the entire UI from scratch. This is a really fun series that Juxtaposed has. I would love to take a look at more of them because I feel like they do a really good job at incorporating things that we, as users of the platform, really want. So this begs the question, and leave a comment down below, if there were one thing that you were to add to YouTube from a look standpoint, what would that be? And nonetheless, let's get right into it.
YouTube, the world's most popular platform for sharing videos like this one, home to some of the best content on the internet. YouTube used to have a unique design style throughout the years. For example, sharp corners
like this.
And lots of red everywhere with a memorable layout.
I don't know if you guys remember that YouTube used to look like this. Like in high school, this is what YouTube used to look like for me. And it feels weird because this seems like it's so bad. But back then I thought it was like the greatest thing in the world.
But recently it's more rounded out, become more
very
gray,
rounded,
and added a bit of pink. We often forget what the U in YouTube means.
That's true.
It means you. You guys are the users. So I asked you guys about your problems with YouTube, and oh my God, guys, what have they done to you? Rest assured, I read all your messages and put my own
1,000 comments.
Something of a YouTube user on top of it. So here's my redesign of YouTube. Let me know what you think about it in the comments.
Let's see. I love how this video, I love Juxtaposed videos, to be honest. I really do.
Red for the main color and Roboto for the font.
Yes.
But recently, they made a teeny tiny change to this red and made it a bit pinkish. They also put more pink in different places, which is fine, and I'm not going to change that because we got way bigger things to worry about. Like,
imagine YouTube seeing this video and they're like, yeah, we like changed the color. We thought it'd be a little bit better, only for that to not be like the biggest fish to fry on their own platform.
The icons. Every godforsaken set of icons on this website has a different style. Some are sharp, some are rounded. There are different icons for the same thing and the same icon for different things. Then the icon size doesn't make sense, or the icons don't align with each other. Let's just use these beautiful Google icons perfectly engineered for all use cases on YouTube. The inconsistencies go from icons to entire pages. What if I told you that both the old channel design and the new one exist on YouTube at this very moment?
YouTube, what are we doing out here? And I totally understand why there would be like some inconsistencies here and there. I just feel like when they release an update, most of the time it's just like a certain section of YouTube. So then they're not copy and pasting what the look and feel looks like on the new platform to the other existing areas that they haven't updated yet.
Yeah, seriously, just go to an explore category
gaming,
like gaming and click on an auto-generated channel. This needs to be fixed, so we'll just use one style for everything on any layout.
Please,
and
Juxtapose, please. Please, we need it.
YouTube used to have a god-tier layout, and at some point it just went downhill. Like, how about we don't put the trending and stuff all the way down here?
Yeah, trending, nobody looks at trending.
Options to the top, because everyone uses this all the time. And instead of having these duplicates, just make it easier to find something as important as settings by putting it out here. Then we have a list of subscriptions taking so much space and being so useless. You know what's useful? Seeing a list of all my subscriptions.
Generally are okay.
Where's that? Oh, it's like right here. You just gotta expand this
show
list
more.
And,
that's the issue.
Scroll and just about now. Yeah. Just a little more. It's here. And congratulations. While you were busy looking for a list of your subscriptions, you saw a list of all your subscriptions. Look at this mess. Subscriptions here is a feed. That could literally just be a filter on the homepage.
Yeah,
subscriptions
I like
here
that.
is a long list. And subscriptions here is a useless button to another
Yeah,
feature
nobody
list
looks
page.
at that.
Why don't we just merge them all together into a proper dropdown and an actually useful page that we'll get to in a bit. And look, I don't know what this blue thing means, okay? Bring back the numbers. And since there are these channel profile cards in the comment section of videos, allow us to get them all across YouTube, including the sidebar. On mobile, there's home, shorts,
mobile too.
And this annoying little upload icon. As if the average YouTube user needs to see and misclick it every second. Just like desktop, we need a home page, a quick swipe to reveal the explore options,
I like that.
a shorts page, if you insist, subscriptions, and instead of a U page with all the account settings mixed with the activities on YouTube, let's have a library page with your activities
I like a library.
And an icon for your account stuff on the top to match other Google products. Finally, I want to make it easier to search, so I'll replace the upload icon with it. Yeah, it might take some time to get used to it, but at least the hitbox would be bigger and it would be much closer to your thumb. Now that we have the basics
instead of way up in the corner, I like that. Personally, that's just me. I actually do like that, having a search. I think it would be a very odd change because normally you would go into the upper right if you're on mobile. But I think having it down at the bottom, everyone's going to search no matter what on YouTube. They're going to search their favorite creator, maybe a video that they saw, a lyric, a part of a song that they're trying to find. Having it at the bottom, super easy. I actually do like that as a whole.
By merging all these categories
this is interesting. I want to see how this goes.
I'm getting two birds with one click. One, you get to the trending and explore faster.
Right.
And two, these other categories get some exposure too.
I like
having
that.
A preview of them in different rows. Now let's put the trending videos all the way on the top with more than just one row. This
I like
way,
that.
You'd get
Explore
a good sense
new
of what's
things.
happening everywhere. And if you'd like to explore more, you can view all. When I was looking at the explore options, I felt the empty space of one category that would really be cool, and I wonder why it doesn't exist. Technology.
Ooh.
Duh. Like, where are all these tech news?
There are a lot of tech pages out there.
The issue with the YouTube homepage is more than just design. The homepage is a sanctuary for all of our own interests. One of the most personal things about a human. And look, you watch one video and your feed gets swarmed with that topic. You might tell YouTube what you like and what you dislike, and there's no way to know if YouTube is actually updating it for you.
They're definitely not. There are so many times where I'm like, I don't want to see that content. I don't want to see that creator. And yet again, their next upload is in my homepage. Come on now, YouTube. Can we do something about this, please?
Simply leave it to you to build your feed. Only if there was a little icon in here that opened your eyes to the magical world of choice. So you normally go about your exploration on YouTube, and YouTube adds these tags for you based on your interests. And you can filter out the content on your feed by clicking on them. Normal stuff. But if you ever want to modify a tag that YouTube chose for you, you can use this. Just enter a tag that you want to watch. These tags could be topics, content types, channels, and so on. So here are all posts from your subscriptions. It goes the other way around too.
I like that.
You don't ever want to hear of something? Just mute it. Don't like shorts on your homepage? Completely exclude it. If YouTube has any suggestions, it can show them here at the end of the list. And
I like
if you like it, you can confirm it. Now, to increase engagement, there would be these types of...
Personally, I think that's a really cool idea because then I think it at least gains exposure. I know that she has a new creators tab, like creators that maybe you haven't watched before. I think that that would also kind of tie into a lot of those newer categories, if that makes sense.
Boxes like, here are some videos you might have missed from your subscriptions.
I like that.
Here are some videos based on what you've been watching recently. And you could choose to show more of them and accept them as a defining tag on your feed, or let YouTube know that just because you watched something once, it doesn't mean that now your interest switched 180 degrees
that's the hard part.
Topic. Now let's watch this video. Yeah, literally this video.
Literally the video you are watching right now.
This is the most important page of YouTube. I mean, this is YouTube, and we're all used to this layout.
We're literally on it right now.
Videos up here, comments down here, and suggestions on the side. As someone who designs, I'd say this layout is pretty inefficient because if you want to read the comments, you scroll completely out of the videos. So by that logic, it would make sense why YouTube decided to test this design a while back. But as a human and someone who uses the site,
YouTube Premium actually got to do this, by the way.
And kind of introduced more problems than it was trying to solve. For example, comments had less space to grow, so we had to scroll more. And related videos has so little space. And that's why it made everyone mad. So let's stick with this familiar face and fix its problems instead. Like, whatever kind of abomination this is.
That's rough.
Why is
I don't like that.
Name repeated here? The view count and publish date are written so close to the style of the description that makes them harder to see. And this isn't even the actual date. Why don't we bring them up next to the main info about the video and free up more space?
Yeah,
and while we're here, can we talk about how misunderstood YouTube is about watch later? It's not a playlist. It's me saying I don't have time now and I want to remember to watch it later. So don't give me this pop-up. Instead, let me do it with one click. So later when I finish watching the video, I see this huge reminder so I could remove it if I don't want it piling up in my watch later list. And finally, about dislikes.
You know what? There's an idea that I have related to that watch later. At the end of a normal video, you got suggested a watch later video, like a video that you would have wanted to watch later, because there are so many watch later videos I said that I would watch and I never have. I just haven't. And so I think if people are a little bit more prone to that activity of adding things because they can't, and then maybe the first video in that list of videos at the end of videos, that one being like a watch later video, you're like, oh yes, I need to watch that.
I say bring it back, but bring it back for everyone, including the comments. Have you noticed that the comments never had a dislike counter? It's because back in the early days, YouTube integrated Google's social media site called Google+. And on Google+, there was only a like button or +1 and no dislikes. So the YouTube dislike for comments was just a shell of a button. I think it's time to change that. But guys, try to love each other. Life is just too short.
Please.
Listen, I love the YouTube comment section so much. I just can't wait to not be able to follow who's replying to who. To fix that, let's make each comment a thread of replies and make it easier to open and close each reply. And
I don't like that. I don't like thread replies. They're too confusing, to be honest.
And make it harder to find
but
where
I understand why.
Make the content creator's first reply visible right underneath. But the comment section itself is so deprived of features. Like, instead of a whole new layout, how about we just add some filters? Like top comments based on interactions and replies.
Please, newest time topic.
Time and topic comments. And definitely a search box. Because a browser search doesn't search all the replies. It just searches the stuff that's already loaded on the page. Up here, you can see that this video has a live chat box and video suggestions. Clicking the live chat box opens this up. This box gives so little space to the chat and makes it so annoyingly hard to follow. So if YouTube wants to compete here, it has to make the chat take the whole page and add these tabs up here to switch to suggestions or transcripts. Then the chat itself is very crowded, especially with all the profile pictures. And there's not enough contrast between the users and their
I don't mind the profile pictures, but maybe there is a way that they could get better.
How about we grab the color of each user's profile and put it on their user, then delete the profile pictures and put some contrast in here.
Okay, I was hoping that this would be better. I do like the colors. I personally don't like this format though. And maybe there's a little bit more to it, but this aspect I don't like. I'm more lost. Like if we go back like a few frames, right? We go back a few frames. Is it going back? Am I just stupid?
Here. Another
it doesn't matter.
Thing is that you can't
it doesn't matter. I want the profile photos. I think profile photos are really nice with it.
Like the chat is half just the fun. Instead, there are these 3 buttons in full screen that, well, one of them doesn't even work. And then surprisingly, there is a one-click watch later here, as you've dedicated your whole screen to watching this video right now, and not when you're passing by this video casually. Make it make sense, YouTube.
Come on,
this
YouTube.
share button doesn't even use the YouTube share pop-up. It's just the operating system.
Does it not?
Instead, what if we put a chat icon while in full screen that
it does
opens
not.
the sidebar with the chat?
It doesn't.
And if you want, the suggestions
Wait,
too.
sorry, hold on. I have a bar at the bottom of my screen now. There we go.
So you wouldn't have to get out of full screen mode when you're just casually watching your recommendations. But now that we're on the video, let's talk about its controls. This is extremely cramped and the order of options is pretty bad. Like the video quality is much more important than these others. It's kind of something you want to keep an eye on as well. So let's bring it out here. Then let's merge all these extra options up here and open them in a new overlay. Now we can add any more cool settings. Like how about an audio channel selector or a setting that makes the video sticky. So when you scroll down to the comment section, you can both read the comments and keep an eye on the video.
That's
I mean, let's be fair. I can't watch the video
nice.
while reading the comments, but when I leave the video for the homepage, it brings up the mini player anyway to continue watching the video. Speaking of this mini player, especially on mobile, YouTube, excuse you, but what the hell is this? There is not a single reason I can think of that this needed to be done. Has it ever occurred to you that maybe the mini player is just one of the ways for us to close the video? And I know you want us to keep engaging and not close the video by making the hitbox smaller than what it used to be. But just because you want us to stay on the video, it doesn't mean that you should make it harder for us to leave it. Because if I want to leave it, I will. But this is just going to make me annoyed. Just revert this mini player to what it was before and please don't change for the sake of change. Huh? The way she removed the comment section. What, really? Why would you allow the video to be spoiled for me? Either these timed comments shouldn't be there before you open the comment section, or the comments should just be an icon, which might actually hurt engagement and you might not see an important comment that you wouldn't want to miss. You decide. Which one would you prefer? Now, since I really like this rant from this creator,
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
subscribe.
I
and
do
for
like the
just
being able to see comments.
What does personalized even mean?
I like it.
I'm not the
I
person
personally don't mind
personalizing it. Let me choose which type of content I want to get notified about. All of them,
that's good.
only some of them, or none. Now, that's what I call personalized personalization.
I like that.
Wait, what? Take a break from YouTube? Fine. I guess now's a good time to introduce you guys to Brilliant, today's sponsor.
Oh, we have a sponsor on the video.
A YouTube channel is probably the second most important part of YouTube, and it's also the second worst thing about it, especially since they changed this flawless layout to this new one where they made the banner a bit smaller, wasted more space on the page, and hid information behind pop-ups. Like
the hidden links I don't like
here.
that.
Now there's only one link in this tasteless style of a full URL. URL. I understand that they removed the links from the banner to make it harder for people to leave YouTube, but believe me, that is not the reason people might leave YouTube. Then this entire info section is just so cramped. Pull the profile picture up, organize the text a little better, bring the subscribe button to the right, and that's it. Now we can pull the rest of the page higher. On here, let's bring back two important tabs that had no reason to be removed. Channels tab, which showed featured channels.
Yes,
and
channels.
Yes,
channels and about need to come back,
here
man.
In the full page, and we don't even need to scroll as often.
It's nice to at least be able to do it. Boom, boom, boom.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Made people care about it, and creators celebrated it more. Now, YouTube, you want engagement, don't you? So on the home tab, add two sections. In case you missed, including both videos and posts that you might have missed from a creator. And because posts don't get as much attention, allow YouTubers to add a section to their homepage for posts. And posts don't have to be linear necessarily. They can be a grid, or they can have some sorting options by the latest, popular, or the oldest. Or the creator can
Gets a little bit more
Finally, we should be able to search everything on a channel, from videos to posts and playlists. And hey, can we have a way to search channels on mobile too? Because that would be like the bare minimum. Thanks.
Yes, that would be awesome.
After you subscribe to a channel, it takes a lot of commitment and dedication to make sure that's not the last time you see the channel. One of the reasons is YouTube's algorithm, and the other is design. We made subscriptions a bit easier to access on the sidebar before, but now it's time for the page. This page should definitely be something manageable in every aspect. Like you should be able to see how many channels you're subscribed to.
I like
or
that.
Have a
That's
list
a good
of your
number.
Subscriptions in both a grid and a list that expands to see the latest content from every channel. You should also be able to see all.
This is just me. What about if you don't do the drop down button there? What about if you just have it as what it is? What about if you already just have it in that list and you can, it's set to already drop down, but then you can undrop it down. You can collapse it. That's the word that I'm looking for. You can collapse it. So then at least you can, I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's just me.
All their content in a feed, kind of like
just
the
some thoughts, YouTube.
This feed could be random like this, or in the shape of a timeline. So that's why up here you can have all the view modes, filters, and sorting options. Now I want to make subscriptions even more manageable. So I suggest putting channels into collections for yourself, like a gaming collection, design collection, tech collection, and so on.
That's a cool idea.
You get a collections drop down.
That is a cool idea.
On any collection, you can view it as.
That is a really cool idea, if you ask me, because I feel like sometimes I'm in 8 different collections or categories at a time. And I feel like it would be kind of nice to have like, hey, boom, 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 a little bit more customization. This is actually a really new feature that I think should be added.
It's a feed of only gaming content. Oh, I wish everything else was this manageable, say library.
Right. This is where things are going to get a little interesting.
Yes. Videos,
playlists are so bad now.
Downloads, clips, and so on.
Creating
mobile,
playlists are so
kind
bad.
of a mess because watch later and liked videos are treated like a playlist and therefore not as easy to access. Watch later and liked videos should be their own rows. On desktop, you have this library page that really is just a bad version of the current mobile page. Because why is there another Switch account thing here? Was this page even necessary if I already have all the options in the sidebar? These sections themselves lack the most basic sorting or filtering. Like, look at my history. Okay, maybe don't look too carefully. Once I want to see what the oldest video I watched or a certain video on a certain date, I'm literally cooked. It's as simple as adding a bunch of filters and giving it a grid view so it's easier to go through the timeline.
Yeah,
now,
I would like
take
that.
this recipe and apply it on watch later, liked videos, playlists, and so on. And out of all
Makes it
these,
super easy, right?
playlists deserve to be drop downs in the sidebar. So you can click on one and instead of taking half the page on this side for nothing, just turn it into a box up here with full info about the playlist, like total video duration,
that's fair.
more filters,
I like a top-down
and
playlist.
Search bar. Plus, it would be amazing to select videos and take bulk actions on them. Oh, look, we have a notification. Actually, I think one of my friends would be interested in this video. So
taking them in and out of playlist.
I wish there was a way to send YouTube videos to my friends directly on YouTube itself.
Sharing. Okay, an interesting
YouTube is not
section
social
here.
media, sure. But one of the things that hurts YouTube is the fact that you cannot share things with your friends on it. There was a private messaging feature, but they removed it for a lot of reasons. So considering the fact that they're probably not bringing it back, what if we just used an existing functionality? So we know that there are no friends on YouTube. You have an account privately and you have a channel publicly.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you can't follow your friend and send them videos. But what if you could both subscribe to each other and turn each other's notification bells profiles on.
Yes.
This way, when you want to share a video, a couple of friend profiles come up alongside other sharing methods. And you can send them a video, which will appear in their notifications. And that's about it. Now let's check out
Be
the
like,
short
hey, I think you would like this video. More shares out of
YouTube
videos.
Shorts is a weird place.
Too.
They kind of care about it too much, and they kind of don't. Because if they did, they would make the Shorts page more like the homepage, with tags and shorts in a grid, so you could pick out whatever you like. They would let you go back and forth in a video using the arrow keys, or there would at least be an autoplay option. I get that YouTube is trying to make Shorts a thing like TikTok or Instagram Reels, but it just feels kind of forced and filled with 10 shocking facts that will shock you. The Game Theorist has a really cool video about this, so make sure to check it out. YouTube search is used way too frequently to be this bad. Like, there's a few results and the rest is just recommendations. Just show the search results, jeez. And then if you want to filter through the results, they take one click to show up every time. And the pop-up disappears after selecting every filter. What if we put all the filters out here and added enough options? Like a certain date range or videos below 1 minute.
Do people use date ranges?
There aren't enough
I feel like that one's a tough
one.
one.
It's actually funny because a while back,
very specific,
you know what I'm
saying?
That you can use operators in your search exactly like on Google, for example, mall before 2006. And suddenly everyone started using this method, making these videos surface again. So yeah, give us some good filters, YouTube, but mostly stop hiding the filters on mobile and more options. In what world is a screencasting more useful in the search page than filters? Bring them out here and make them more accessible. Whew, all this redesign made me hungry. Let's grab a bite and watch some YouTube. Now what do I watch? Wait, you know what would be like really cool? If there was a TV mode that just played videos for you back to back in different TV-like channels, like tech, gaming, vlogs, cooking, and basically every other topic. There are websites that let you do that, but I want it to be on YouTube, and I want to see the channel name and everything. Maybe I'll randomly find a creator I like. I mean, the best content is found here on YouTube, so I hope they give it the design all these amazing people deserve, both users and creators. Putting these all together, meet YouTube. Videos from around the world in a home built by you. Explore
the recap.
All the latest
the
trends
recap.
in one
I love
Watch
these.
YouTube in an all-new, clean layout. Like the
YouTube,
video,
I hope they watch this video.
Creator, subscribe,
I hope they
and build your own collection.
implement some new things.
Well, don't be. Watch something new on TV mode.
I really,
look, it's rewind time.
hope.
Your rewind, your experience, your tube.
Bring back YouTube Rewind.
That's all for this video. If you liked it, make sure to do your magic down below and see you on the next.
Please bring back YouTube Rewind. That is all that I'm asking. YouTube might need a little bit of change. Remember to leave a comment down below on what you guys would like to see YouTube do on the platform. And I will see you guys in the next one. Subscribe!